We're doing something a little bit differently this time. I've come back to the same train station that I had previously for the holidays, etc. But instead of going that way, which I'd usually do through the glady bit and round onto the park, I'm going to attempt to see if I can do so from this end instead. Looking on the maps, if I follow this route, it should take me around and over the fields to be able to get onto the Cove Beach bit. And if I can do that, then I can take the pathway onto the site and get to the shop, pick myself up some water, and I'll be able to tick off for my own sake of mind that yeah, it is possible to get onto the site without going through the main entrance. And whether that's a good or a bad thing or not, I don't know. I'll leave that to anyone else. Got a little bit of a walk ahead of me, so I shall ponder on, plod away, and check on my maps as I'm going. And along the route, I'll get back to you guys and fill you in on some of the scenes as I see them. Oh, lovely little magpie. Some lovely farmhouses over this way. I've just made my way through that gate, which was a bit fun because I didn't realise the mechanism was as was, but I figured it. I don't know whether you'll be able to see them or not, but lovely mountains over there in the distance, just on looking the site. Very beautiful. It's obviously been raining last couple of days, but it sure as heck isn't right now. And of course, he's here again in his beanie and poncho because he's a nutter. I'm in the shade for a minute as well because the sun is definitely still warm, even though I think it's clocking on about 5 o'clock, something like that. The sun definitely lets you know it's here, man. So I'm gonna have to take this hat and gloves off in a second. There's a gate just up ahead, so I think I shall do that there, check my maps and see where we're getting. But the only concern I have is when I viewed it, it looked as if I'd be able to cut across a field to get there. I may have to instead go round. As I'd feared, I had to stray off the beaten path just a little bit, and I took a wrong turn, wound up on a totally different gate than I thought I was going to be, so I've had to backtrack just a little bit, and I believe now I am on the right course, but rather than where I'd hoped it would take me and I'd go across, which now looking at it is quite overbrushed, so probably wouldn't have been ideal. I've got to go down to the edge of the beach and then walk along that route, so that'll at least be nice to see because I've not actually seen that far up this way yet, so that's cool. Had I gone down the wrong fucking gate, I might have got myself in a bit of trouble, because just over there in the field I was going to walk through are two massive fucking bulls, horns like fuck on them, and they're currently having a bit of a headbutt between themselves, so I really don't think me turning up here and them sniffing moo out would have been ideal. So, fuck me. Onwards, Mostyn. I'm getting there. First time now I can hear the sea behind me, and you know you're close when you can see sand and this type of greenery. So I'm gonna take this route, although there is two, one that way and this one. I can see the sea actually, and either way, if this goes there, cool. If not, I'll come back and head that way instead. I'll just, wow. I'll just take a minute to appreciate that. That's beautiful. This is the beach I'd planned to walk along actually into Pwllheli, so very nice. Let's go, and I can take my shoes and socks off. I'm going to have a quick dip in the water and wet my hair to cool down. Made a pretty basic rookie mistake earlier. I've had a coffee at home when I first woke up, and then I've made my way here and I didn't think to fill my water bottle up. I'm extremely thirsty right now, So it's been since about, I'd say about 9 o'clock since I've had a drink. And it's about 5:30 now, maybe longer, so I'll definitely be looking forward to wetting my lips when I get a chance to. You're thirsty. You're tired. Your breathing's shit. And yet, none of that seems to matter when you look at this. Yeah, man. What an absolutely beautiful find. I'm just grabbing a chance to catch my breath while sat here, and then head down and dip myself. The sun, as nice as it is, it's been relentless. Seagull. I bet he's not got one leg that he sits on the fucking bridge with. Nah. I tell you what, I went the whole hog instead, so gone with some shorts and a summer top. I gotta say, as soon as I took that poncho off, man, that was much better. Oh, sit here a second. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna full on dip in, because these shouldn't take too long to dry, I'd have thought. It's no bother if they do, I'll just attach them to the outside of my bag. So all good. Anyway, without further ado, let's do. Oh, it's chilly, I'm not gonna lie. I might have been a little bit preemptive with the I'm just gonna jump right in there. Fuck that. I think I'm just gonna let it soak my feet for a bit, cool myself, cool my hair down, and that'll be enough for tonight. I don't want to get myself in a position where I'm like, fuck, now I'm cold as opposed to warm. But I'm here for a little while, so we'll see what tomorrow brings, man. If it's a nice warm day, I'll probably get in then, because I know then my stuff will dry definitely. I'm at the fucking beach, man! Sometimes it's just about stopping, getting inside your head so much, and allowing the world to do the speaking instead of yourself. I gotta admit, I like the song. A beautiful night. Right, so I've made my way back up to the top now, and I'm gonna focus on heading over and trying to get to this shop, so hopefully I can catch it before it closes. Well, I definitely will come back here, because that was a lovely find, that was. My only advice to anyone that wants to walk on there is, when you get down there, you take your shoes off. I'd probably put my shoes back on while still on the beach, rather than mup it here. If you don't like brambles or rabbit shit, then yeah, put your shoes on and you'll be alright. Skidaloo for the now. Hope everybody's having a good evening also, and catch you shortly. I bumped into a nice young lady and asked her which would be the better option. If I cross over this field, I get to the place a lot faster. This takes a bit longer, but it seems to be a better path in comparison to, I'll show you, that's a lot of hills and stuff and dips and so on, which I'm pretty sure, knowing what I'm like with myself, I'm likely to fall in one of them and fuck myself up, which wouldn't be too great. So I've chosen to head the slightly longer route, which is fine. I've got time enough anyway, so I'm not fussed by that. I've just got to make sure that the sun doesn't drop completely while I'm still out. But I figure as long as I can go over that way, follow this zigzaggy path, and then round the next one, I think it's pretty much plain sailing after that. Anyway, fingers crossed, he says that's the case. We'll see and figure out if it's not. I just stopped for a brief moment over there. There's a little sort of, I don't know, whatever, I wouldn't call it a trig point, but nice little sort of erection. I didn't get any footage of that because I was more interested in catching my breath on the bench next to it. So, but yeah, I haven't been this way before, but if it serves correct, it will take me along the same route that I've been to in terms of the cove part, and then from there I know where I'm going. Even though it's longer than I thought it would be, that's what she said, and I haven't found any real, yeah, that'd be amazing for camping spots. It's been a pleasant walk actually, and just to sit there listening to the waves crashing as the sun's overhead, it's been a pleasure. But time is of the essence, so I'm going to continue on and see if I can make some head or tail of this lot. I'm thinking to take back what I said about her being lovely, because after going the direction that she'd advised in terms of the zigzaggy one, I got there, I'm thinking maybe she's a sado, because I get there, she saw I was in shorts, and the fucking place was just filled with brambles and bloody bracken and whatnot, so I weren't going to risk that. So instead, I'm just at the next gate, going to cross over this field, a big fucking crow over there, and hopefully I'll see some sign of caravans. All I'm looking for right now is a pathway that leads me onto the site, and I can head off into the shop then, because I'm dying for something to drink. It turns out I've been walking through the centre of a golf course in the posh people's area, but I've had a stroke of luck. There was a lady just passing by with a dog, and I spotted that she put some water in a bowl, so I'm like, excuse me, is that fresh? She's like, yeah. So very, very happy. I've had a bit of a swig already and filled up to that, so I'll be good for a little while now. It's apparently just going to be through here and carrying on. I can see the caravans now, so yeah, shouldn't be too much further really. I can get to this shop, but before doing, check out the moon over there, man, that's beautiful. So we've had the sun and the moon out. I've only just spotted her, so hey Luna. After about 3 hours actually of walking and then chilling down at the beach for a while like I did, I am finally on the final stretch. Just down that way there heads me to the shop and to my caravan, so I will be very grateful to get there. I've just stopped for a quick cigarette break, but I did think this was funny. The real posh place I've just been in with their own golf course and all that, yeah. Look, they've even got a gate that says no commoners. Yeah. And then there's me, obviously. I'm like, is that fresh water? I think she thought I was going to lap it out of the dog bowl. Just as I was coming through that gate, the guy I'd seen when I'm here, man, Tudor, he was just there delivering, I think. So he come in on his cart, so said hello to him, like, good time. So it's getting dark as well, now the sun's dropped. And I'm going to get into a little bit of warmth, strip all this crap down, and see where the night takes us from there, really. So, peace for the now. Catch you soon. Here he is, look. Take care, man. Oh my god, man. After all of that rigmarole, I'm finally in. So, at the top of the road, I quickly ordered in a Burger King for an hour from, which gave me enough time to pop to the shop and get a few beers and some wine. So I'm now somewhat in, and I'm just gonna enjoy a glass before I think of doing anything else. Eat my food. I just need to stop for a moment. But love you, man.